Now the latest on that growing humanitarian crisis over the border. A caravan of thousands of migrants from Central America trying to make their way through Mexico and head toward the U.S., sparking a fierce political battle here just 2 weeks ahead of the midterm elections. President Trump saying he will deploy the U.S. military if necessary. Our chief national correspondent Matt Gutman is with the caravan there in Mexico. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Robin. And that fierce political battle you mentioned is likely to intensify as Mexican officials decide what to do with these migrants. And you can see them by the thousands all around us, women and children gathering their possessions for today. The Mexicans have to decide whether or not to block them here in Tapachula or let them continue to march.
Tensions growing as Mexican police brace for another possible clash with this endless column of Central American migrants. The migrants bursting through the gate at the border separating Mexico from Guatemala over the weekend, riot police responding with tear gas. Some jumping over the bridge to avoid the melee. This migrant caravan, miles long, filled with families clutching children, all of them trudging on foot deeper into Mexico. Poised to try to cut them off on Sunday, hundreds of Mexican federal police bearing shields and armor. But just as the migrants approached, the officers pulled back, setting up again 3 miles down the road and again retreating for the second time.
Por favor, escúchenos.
Mexican immigration officials pleading with them to register for asylum, but most kept walking. This morning, the president holding firm on his threat to send the military to the border and tweeting an unsubstantiated claim that criminals and unknown Middle Easterners are mixed in. They started out in Honduras a week ago, 2,500 miles separating them from the United States. Footsore and weary, migrants straggled on under a merciless sun.
They're carrying babies, some of them with backpacks and plastic bags holding the absolute essentials. Many of them say they want to keep walking all the way to the United States.
On Sunday, the heat turning migrants desperate, sending them scrambling for water. Mexican motorists taking pity, allowing dozens to pile in and to hang on to pickups and even semi-trailers. Blanca and her family had been walking since 4 a.m., one of many for whom returning to their home country would be a matter of life and death.
For Blanca, there is a serious concern that the gangs who killed her husband are going to come back for her family and the rest of them, and so it's just not safe either in their home or their city.
A rickshaw driver offered Blanca's children a ride. Another mother begged for her heat-stricken daughter to be allowed in. She was delirious and tried to get out, collapsing into my arms.
Put her in the seat. No, put her on the floor. No, it's too hot on the floor.
There was no ambulance in sight, no help.
And Robin, I just want you to know that we circled back to that rickshaw driver who told us that he took that girl, they found an ambulance, and she's going to be okay. But, you know, you do wonder about that humanitarian crisis you mentioned. You see kids here, some of them we've noticed are sick. Everybody here is preparing for the day, but they don't know where they're going to get their next meal. There is no food here, there are no facilities, no showers, there's no field hospital to treat these people. And so as they continue to walk, we're likely to see more people peel off. But the problem is this migrant caravan is only growing. We are hearing reports this morning that more and more people are joining along, apparently in the thousands.
Mexican authorities have also offered asylum, but the migrants are leery of that offer?
Mexican government has actually offered them asylum multiple times, but these folks are rejecting it. They're telling me that they think it's a trick to try to get them to board buses where they'll be deported back to Mexico. So far, they're refusing, and they say they're going to continue this march all the way to the U.S. border, Robin.
All right, Matt, thank you so much.